What's going on YouTube? Another quick video here on my '07 Yukon Denali, the one I had the low oil pressure, especially on startup. Those of you that watched the other videos, if you got to watch them, I had to take the oil pan out this truck 2 to 3 times. I changed the oil pump twice, and the third time I bought a high volume pump. Never got to install it because I decided to test the oil passageways. This goes to the oil filter when you take out the pan, and I had pushed some air in through there on both holes, and I just heard a lot of air escaping from the back of the engine. So I decided not to put that high volume oil pump because I knew it was going to be a waste of time. I removed the engine, and I had installed a barbell that I had ordered. So when I took the engine out, there was no barbell behind the engine. I didn't notice it because this engine is brand new. Well, it's rebuilt, but everything inside the engine is brand new. So I had like really low oil pressure when I used to start it up, around 15 psi's, and then like not even 5-10 seconds later it would drop to 5 psi's, and the oil light will be blinking saying shut off engine, low oil pressure. So finally got to take the engine out, and come to find out that it didn't have a barbell installed. I don't know if the guy that cleaned the engine at the machine shop for me, I don't know if he took it out. I don't know if somebody else took it out, because when I bought this truck I bought it with no engine. So this is an old PCM I got from another 07 Yukon with the 5.3 with the AFM, but I tried putting this one on, reprogrammed the key, but it was misfiring because according to the scan tool it had a couple of cylinders deactivated, so it was misfiring. So I took it out, and I'm like, I got the J box. I have the J box that I've done a couple of programmings on the GMs and the Escalade for the transmission when I did the transmission control module. I just finished flashing the computer because after I installed this engine, I could start it just like this. Let me take this off here because I had this charging here. I had this charging here while I did the programming. So put this to the side. I'll tell you guys right now what happened. Those are the wheels I had on my Escalade, and they totaled it. Put the Escalade lights in the back, but those lights have a 6-pin. This truck has a 5-pin. I'm trying to look for an adapter to plug them in, or if not, I just got to put the other Yukon. I had this truck for 2 years because I wanted to fix it up real nice. Did the engine, everything in the engine, lifters, crank, bearings, everything is brand new in this engine except for the valve covers. The problem I was having after I finished this whole project, I can start it up and it'll idle perfectly fine just like this, but once I give it throttle, when I give it gas, the RPMs will shoot up to like 2,000, 2,500 RPMs, and it would not come down. I have a sophisticated scanner where I can relearn the throttle. I tried that a couple times, that didn't work. I reset the throttle manually, that didn't work. I disconnect the battery, touched the poles together with the battery removed, left it there for like an hour or two, that didn't work. So reading online, I found a thread where somebody said, yeah, you have to drive it, you have to do this, you have to do that. I didn't really drive it, but around the block a few times, because there's no tags on this. So, and it's still, you know, when I come up to a stop sign, I could feel it accelerated a little bit. But if I stop and hold it there with my brake, with my foot on the brake, it'll idle right back down to normal. I can put it in park, it'll idle back to normal. But if I gave it gas, the RPM will stay up. So I tried everything except reflashing the ECM, which is what I read on one of the threads, right? That's why I tried putting this older, well, it's the same year but a different truck. This is 6.2. This ECM here is from a 5.3, same year but a 5.3 with AFM. This is 6.2 just with this don't have no AFM. This just has the VVT. But like I said, this worked. I reprogrammed the key, doing the ignition for 10 minutes, then turn it off for 10 seconds, turn it back on, the ignition for 10 minutes, 3 times, and then it started. That's how I reprogrammed the key to this ECM, but it was misfiring. I just finished flashing the PCM. I don't know if I rev it, if it will stay high or not. I'm about to try that right now, but I got my fingers crossed, because that'll be the last issue or the last solution that I can do to try to figure out why it's idling high. I did change 2 injectors on there. I don't know if that was causing it, because when it was revving high, I can disconnect one of the injectors and it will idle back down to low. Another thing is, like, if I would start it cold, it'll start and idle just like this, and I couldn't leave the truck running for an hour, 2 hours, and it'll stay idling just like this. As soon as I give it that throttle, RPMs go high. What else did I try? Yeah, if I turn it off after being running for an hour, or even after it warms up, it could be idling perfectly fine like this. I will shut it off and I'll crank it right back on. It'll be idling high, like without doing anything. So I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm just hoping that reflash I just did. It was $45 for the VIN, and then you have 2 years to program any other module in this truck. So let's see. I'm about to give it some gas right now. And look at that. If I would have done that before the reflash, the RPMs would have stood high. So I guess the reflash fixed my high idle. I haven't drove it yet. I want to drive it around the block a few times, but this is the first time live with you guys here. It's not gonna be live by the time you see it, but this is live for me right now. First time, headache after headache on this truck. I was about to just give up, but I got like $5,000 on this truck, purchasing it, and over $2,000 just in engine parts alone. I told you I brought everything for this engine, everything except the valve covers. So I mean, I did the AC on this truck and everything. I bought this truck with no motor. The motor was somewhere else. A week later, I got the motor back. I had to go 20 thousandths over on the cylinder, on the bores, because it had some shiny spots in there. So I got 20 thousandths over pistons. So it looked like this worked. You know, I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on. When I used to do that, I used to rev up high. Look at that. I tried everything, guys. Everything. I got the Maxxis Elite tablet. I can do a lot of stuff with it. And look at this. It never idled like this after warm up startup. You see, it's warm. You see my oil pressure is. I got a 07 Yukon with a 6.2 from the Cadillac. Hi.
What are you doing? Why are you rooming?
I'm roaming because I'm checking the truck. It's good.
Yeah?
It worked, yeah. So, yeah, guys, this looks like that reflash fixed it. I've been having headaches after headaches. I come out here, spend a couple hours, and yeah, reflashing the computer. I thought the computer was garbage. Fixed, I'm happy. So, happy, sounding good. This is the second time I rebuilt this engine because somebody left me stranded. So I had to do my own research. Since everything was bone stock, I did not measure no cam clearance, no rod clearance, no main crank clearance. I just bought everything original and crossed my fingers. And obviously after assembling the engine, I would rotate the cam bearings. Felt smooth, the rod bearings, the main bearings, the crank bearings. When I did them one at a time, I spin it. Everything was, I didn't feel no resistance, so I felt pretty confident using stock parts. Updated cams on GM website. They have updated cams for the camshaft. They're a little bit wider. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy right now at this point. My wife hit a deer with the other truck that I have, so I had to take the grill off of this one and put it in the other one. So now I'm looking for a grill and for the upper black plastic, I guess you call it upper radiator support, that I'm looking for this now. So pretty happy with this truck right now. I was having a lot of headaches, thinking that I was not going to be able to get this truck running, but it is running. That's an old plate, don't worry about that. It's running, it sounds really good. I can't wait to take it out. This is an all-wheel drive. Yeah, I hope this video helps anybody out. If you guys have any questions, like I said, I learned how to do the programming on these cars. Just getting this laptop cost me about $800. I don't know too much about the laptops. I'm not a laptop guy, but that J-Box from Autel works on the GM, on the Cadillacs, and I've done them like 3 times on my own vehicles. And flashing the computer, it only took me, I don't know, less than 10 minutes to flash it, and it worked, guys. I could not do this before, and the idles go back down. The idles used to stay up way past 2,000. So like I said, I hope this video helps anybody out if they're having this issue. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, post it down, subscribe if you want to. I usually have videos coming out every once in a while because I do get a lot of cars and neighbors' cars and stuff like that I work on. So yeah, guys, peace. Thank you.